Hi there, Cancer. Welcome to your reading. Today we're going to do a love reading to see who you're connecting to in love. If you just celebrated Valentine's Day, happy Valentine's Day, and we're going to see who you are romantically connected to at this time. We get Limitless with the number 7, Courage with the number 6, and then we get Gratitude with the number 10. So there's a cycle ending for you, Cancer. There's some kind of romantic ending that you've just gone through where something feels super final. There was a specific catalyst, something that pushed this beyond repair. And so it's almost like you're reeling from a loss, from a romantic connection that you're very sure is no longer going to come back towards you. And then we get the Hunt with the number 8. And we get one more card here for your background energies, which is Guidance with the number 44. So it looks like some of you, this is a general reading, so some of you, when this ending happened, you felt like it was for the best. Protection here. You felt like, well, good riddance. Now I feel liberated, I feel free. So some of you are quite, I guess, the anger that you felt from this ending that you just went through, the resentment that was bottled up during that time, really was a catalyst for you to just have the courage to walk away, to put some finality into this ending. I feel there had been some back and forth or some tension or some attempts at repairing the connection, but something definitely ended. And then I also see here that you guys are feeling very liberated, and some of you are ready to look for that next connection that might be a better fit for you. Others of you are still just like, I'm so glad to be single. I'm just so glad to be rid of this person that was a thorn in my side. Now that you are no longer within the romantic connection, tied into that energy, you can think clearly and feel clearly, and you're starting to analyze and understand and respect all the things that were valid, that you kept feeling had been invalidated within this connection by this other person. And so you're finally giving yourself permission to acknowledge all of the wrongs that were done, all of the things that really bothered you, really irked you over time. And you're giving yourself the reassurance that you were right, that yes, you deserved more, you deserved better, etc. Others of you are just like, great, next, who is out there for me? And so we're going to cover that today, because I do see an energy here of you moving forward and moving towards something new in romance. So before we jump into the details with the tarot, I'm going to pull some additional cards about your person to see who you might expect to connect with if you haven't met them already. Let's see here. What's coming towards Cancer? Who's coming towards Cancer in love? Here we get forgiveness. Okay, so 2 things came out here real quick that I have to touch on. This person that you just broke up with will be back. They will ask you to repair the connection one last time. This is somebody who could have a job related to fishing. They could be a fisherman, or they could just work on a boat, or I don't know if they give people boat tours. Definitely somebody who has something to do, some really strong connection to the ocean in some way. So maybe they live by the water. Maybe they like to travel, I don't know, travel by boat, something like this. But those 2 things came out very strongly as a side message here. I was trying to ask about your new person, and then that energy came through quite quickly and quite strongly. So for some of you, this person is not going to want to hear that you're moving forward or moving away. And when they feel your energy tugging, they're going to come back with the best of proposals to try and convince you to give them just one last chance. I do think that many of you will meet this person with stillness, with just, you know what, I don't want to hear it. You may even just block this person's number at this point. I think you're done, all of you, Cancer, tuning in here. If this is your reading, then this past person for you, you're done. You're not trying to get back with them. You're not hoping that things will change. You have just finally said, you know what, enough is enough. And I feel very strongly that that's a message that came through for a big majority of you. So let's talk about the new person that is coming in for you, if there is a new person in the coming 3 weeks. So we get communion with the number 23. You will meet this new person through an activity that you do, like a hobby, something that you enjoy attending in person. So this could be like you take a yoga class. This could be You love grocery shopping at Whole Foods. This could be, I don't know, you like going to certain concerts. You're going to meet this person in the world, in person, physically, as you're doing one of your favorite things to do, one of your favorite hobbies. We get the past here with the number 9, and we also get healing, number 9, so double 9s. So there's some type of energy that's surrounding you right now, Cancer, that is representing a relationship that is ideal here. A relationship that you've been wanting to manifest for many years. Since you were probably a young child or teenager, you've had this idealistic view of a relationship and what it should be in your head. And that is what you're attracting right now. So this release from this really long-winded ending has now been very liberating for you, and on an electromagnetic level, you are magnetizing towards you an opportunity in love with somebody that will remind you of that little fantasy that you had as a child about how a relationship should look and feel and taste and touch. And so, again, just to reinforce that, you got miracles here with Mother Mary, with the number 31. So it's almost like you're stabilizing into your core energy, Cancer. You are unfolding who you are truly as a person when you accept yourself, give yourself permission to have needs and desires, give yourself acknowledgement, and nurture your inner child. And coming into your own power and into your own energy is allowing this very beautiful, very balanced energy to come through for you that's going to really reflect back the energy that you put out into the world. So the energy of being somebody who is very tender, very loving, very caring, very focused on your partner, very dedicated to the connection. Not everyone is that way when in connection, but you like to be there for your partner. You like to have a partner that supports you as well. You like to encourage one another, support each other's dreams. And you haven't had that kind of reciprocity in the past. You felt that you would give and the other person would happily receive, but that you were not receiving that type of attentiveness and caring and devotion, to be honest, that you feel should be the way of a connection, right? So for you, that's how connections should be. The partner should be devoted to one another, to supporting each other and each other's dreams, not just this one-way street where you're always doing that but not receiving it in return. And so I do see here a really beautiful new connection coming towards you. Let's see what else comes out. Yes, look at this. So you get peace with the number 5 for change. So a big change is happening for you when it comes to romance, Cancer. You can expect that you're drawing in a new relationship with a lot of peace, with a lot of satisfaction, and with a lot of balance. So the change is going to feel like night and day. You're going to be like, wow, I didn't know this was possible, that it could really just be this easy. And so the more you compare, when you meet this new person, you're going to see, wow, that really wasn't for me. I don't know why I stayed in that for so long. I put so much effort, so much energy into that connection, but I'm so glad that I finally let it go. So sometimes releasing something and welcoming an ending is really what is needed to have the proper new beginning for your next level of evolution. All right, the last few cards came out together here. It says no place like home. So this new person feels like home to you right away from the start. From the moment you guys meet, you guys click. It doesn't feel risky. It doesn't feel like you're being pulled out of your comfort zone. It feels like home. All right, so the difference here is this past person made you always feel like on edge. You had to watch what you said, or watch the way you said things, or watch the way you behaved in a certain way. Maybe they cared about how you dressed, or they brought up certain things that made you feel like you had to be slightly different than what you would choose on your own, just to adapt between you and this person. Well, this new person is your vibe, your level, your kind of person. And so you're going to see that as soon as you guys meet, they're just going to make you feel at home. You're not going to have to adapt or change any part of you, because this person really and truly is just like you. You guys very much are mirroring each other. You're in a place in your spiritual evolution that allows for a lot of congruency, even compatibility in your physical existence. So some of your habits will be the same, some of your mannerisms will be the same, your hobbies, etc. It's not going to take a whole lot of adaptability. And just to confirm here, when we pull the tarot, you get the 10 of Pentacles. So a very strong, stable commitment, the family life, the dog, the supportive partner, even a loving grandparent or extended family member that you meet through this person that you really love and adapt to right away. So I see here families combining. I see here stability, long-term commitment, and definitely a lot of happiness and a lot of peace for you. All right. That is all that I have for you, Cancer. Feel free to drop your questions and I can review them and get back to you on the next reading. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.